Yes. So good evening, everybody, for another session of Open Mic Poetry by Blue Crystal Literary Magazine. Blue Crystal Literary Magazine is the platform for, for the literary souls, and we have been hosting the event since June 2K24. We started our journey back in 2022 on September 22, and we have crossed 2 years. Blue Crystal Literary Magazine is the registered society under Copyright Design and Patent Act, His Majesty's Government, United Kingdom. Blue Crystal Literary Magazine is the only platform for the literary souls who want to publish themselves, who want to turn their dreams into reality. So, with no further delay, I would like to call on stage our first guest, Mr. Christian Foster. So,
thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Stepping out of the shadows, I dwell too long in the twilight's gentle grace, where doubt weaves cobwebs round my heart, beating heart. Each step uncertain, measured at a pace that keeps me safe, yet holds my dreams apart. The shadows whispered stories of defeat, of failures past and futures left unknown, until their darkness felt like a retreat. A velvet prison I had made my own, but now I feel the sunlight's distant call. A warmth that reaches past my sheltered space and through the light makes even giants small. I find within myself a growing grace. 1 foot, then two, I venture toward the day, my fear is still present, but no longer strong. The shadows stretch behind me, fade away as I step forth to where I should belong. Here in the light, I stand both sharp and clear. I'm no longer hidden, no longer concealed. The person that I am can now appear as layers of darkness slowly yield. For in this light, I finally understand the shadows never were my enemy. They were the chrysalis where I could land until I grew the wings to set me free, share stepping out of the shadows.
Thank you so much. It's a terrific poem which you have recited. We are honored to have you here. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Now I would like to call on stage Miss Taryn Susan, or I may call Helen Green. You are unmuted.
Better?
Yes.
Okay.
So please introduce you. The rules are, first you have to give us your introduction, then you can start your poem or short story.
Hi, I'm Taryn Susans, right under the name of Helen Green. Live out here in New Zealand, and it's 4 a.m. in the morning. Durban. First poem. A Christmas Kiss. 'Tis the season to be jolly, time of goodwill to all men, time of parties, drinking and joy. My partner's happy, feeling the joy. She's opening her next bottle of vodka. She's getting really plastered. Now she's thinking that I'm flirting. I only just looked at her, didn't even say a word to her. That never matters to my partner. Now she's getting so very angry. She's yelling up in my face. I see the hand coming. It's Christmas, time for joy, but all I will get is a Christmas kiss with a fist.
Thank you so much, Torin, or I may call Helen Green. Your poem, Christmas Kiss, has the feelings for the real essence of Christmas. What is the meaning of Christmas? You have defined very well in your poem. Thank you. Thank you.
That is not the meaning of Christmas.
But that's what I have understood from your poem. Okay. Next, we have Miss Amy. Amy, you are on.
Hi, everyone. Thank you. My name is Amy Saig, and
We cannot see you.
I would, if it's okay, I would prefer to remain just the pictures
Yes.
on. Okay, thank you. So I brought a poem that's titled Eviction, and it's like a post long years after a breakup, like how toxic thoughts can invade and stay with you for a very long time. So here it is. Eviction. I never saw it coming, the day when you laid your cuckoo eggs into the nest of my eyes and stepped back in triumph, your work well done. And I never saw you since. Had I known the appetite of these chicks, the resilient, unforgiving demand of my thoughts, if only I'd known the relentless consumption of my splintered peace as they grew, devouring more and more of my soul, I was blinded. The only thing I could see was the growing void where my heart once beat. But I fed them as one would their own children, and I've given them all that was pure, whole, and human about me. One. Before that day. Now I know what the sightless dark is, what heaving hunger is, what being soiled to the core is. I know what caving in is. And I hear how the corner of your lips lift into that complacent smile. Your work was done, and well, your brood raised fat. So happy their wings won't bear them, but they found a home. Now it's time for me to starve them out. Thank you.
Thank you. Very good poem. Soulful one. Thank you. Thank you for gracing us.
Hi, Amy.
Now,
I'd like to ask where I can read the poem. Have you published it anywhere?
I'm not publishing my poems because I am trying to submit them in, prizes in the journals, magazines, and stuff.
you can
So
submit
those-
to our magazine. You can submit to our magazine, that is Blue Crystal Literary Magazine. Is a free platform. We never charge any neither submission fee nor publication fee. It is a registered society. So you can submit your poem to us. You are absolutely welcome. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm just giving the link in the description, in the chat box. Thank you. Now I would like to call on stage LMY. Mr. LMY, is it your name?
Hi, my name is Sebastian Cherian.
Okay. And you are from?
Yeah, I'm from India.
Okay.
So am I audible? Do I need to
Yeah.
adjust my sound in any way?
No, you are audible as well as visible. Please go ahead.
Okay, thank you. So my poem is called A Rare Connection, and I wrote this for someone quite a while ago, and I published it on Tumblr, so I am not sure whether I can still present it. Is it okay if it's been published on Tumblr before?
Yes, it is okay. You can recite.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. A rare connection. How is it that you can meet someone new? On the surface, what's in common is so few. This person may not be your ideal body type. You don't connect with ideas, conversation, or hype. And yet you start to get a mysterious feeling. A rare connection start to break through your ceiling, and you notice your boundaries start crumbling down, even though you're not really making a sound. You know there's something special here, a bond making you want to be near. This person who is an anomaly, so contrary, who opposes your beliefs, your entire life story. And yet, even with this contradiction, you stop as you start to see a future where your defenses have dropped and you feel so comfortable in this situation. You're starting to relax while feeling this fascination. You continue to observe as time flies by. Years and months go by as you get to know this guy who made you feel this rare connection. Now you can really open up and show your affection. Suddenly, you find yourself back in this moment. You feel wonderful as you start to make comments on interests and ideas, seeing different things. You start to change your perspective with these newfound feelings. Now, all you do is think about this person, and you see yourself connecting every week, that's certain. You rest in this connection for your own reasons, and that makes you feel better with these passing seasons. Maybe this is forever, you think to yourself. It may end after a while due to fickle selves. Either way, you always know you'll be fine. You see yourself better off for this in the grand design. Thank you.
Very descriptive poem.
Thank you.
Nice to hear. Thank you. Now I would like to call on stage Mr. Half Lee. Are you there, Half Lee?
Hi. Yes, I'm here. Thank you. Thank you for having us. So I've got a short story that I wrote
Your
earlier.
name, your give us your little bit of introduction, and then you can start.
My name is Hafi. That's my writing name, from the UK. I've been a creative writing artist for about 12 years, and I'm going to share a story that I wrote earlier in the week.
Yes. Go ahead. You are welcome.
Thank you. No longer hidden, how could we have lost something so precious? She searched throughout for memories, conversations, photo albums even came out with the thickened dust, and various friends searched throughout the summer months for the missing treasure who brought so much joy and happiness just haphazardly being. Her grief is universal. We all have at least one major lost and found story. And I'm not talking about death, but I'll see you in heaven. Her grief was the not knowing, not understanding what happened and how. It kept her awake at night and questioning in the day. But the memories, conversations, the route and planning were now sat vivid in her mind. And she could paint a picture, write a biography, and do so much, but she wasn't about the fame. She only had minutes before the trigger, chorus the interval, before the attack. How was she to know she would find and be lost at the same time, confined to a space in a room with a remote only for the bed. I can still remember the panic I felt and the way I wanted to strangle the slow-to-take-it consultant that didn't believe I hiked, I walked, I ran. He didn't understand the comfort it brought me during the interval and how I was attached to the roots of the trunk, to the waves of the sea, and how the photo was a promise to do it again. The rest of them considered me gone missing. They made me feel victimized and lost when they couldn't see my status. There were no posters, flyers, letters, but there was drugs, incontinence pads, 999 calls, and a stamp on the blue card, disability. But what had she lost? Was it the silver lining? Did she lose hope? It was easily located, attached to the body even, and she didn't look no more. She paused and wondered as she stared, wild-eyed out of the window, and that is when we heard the news of the loss of her mobility. But the consultant didn't believe my loss, grief, and hope. My friends planned dates with accessibility, flat routes, and coffee shops. How could we have lost something so precious, no longer hidden? Thank you.
Thank you so much. It was a good, very good story, short story. I was just listening the whole story. It was very good. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for listening.
Thank you. Now I would like to call on stage She Dragon.
Hi, that's She Dragon 713. It is 7 a.m. here, and I just got up. I'm not even out of bed, so I'm not exactly camera ready.
Okay. No problem.
And I also wasn't planning on reading today, so I'm not sure.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you. So the next participant is Rain.
Oh, I can read.
Cashin.
I found something if you'd like, but otherwise not a problem.
No. You can go ahead.
Okay. This is I am sensing non-desire. Is there such a thing as a non-thing? Autumn winds bring chilly evenings, frigid mornings where I just want to snuggle deeper under the blanket and shut out the day. But today is just like any other day, except for the early onset of darkness. The invading cold makes me want to pull in, cover myself in all manners of layers. Is it the thing or the anticipation of the thing that makes us hesitate? I don't want to burrow or wallow. I just want to remain in the waning warmth of pale sunlight, and when the moon beckons, lay my head down and sigh. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Now I would like to call on stage Rain Cashin. Miss Rain Cashin.
Hi, yes, I just came to watch, if that's okay.
Okay, thank you. Now I would like to call on stage our last participant, Michael Anthony Ingram. Mr. Michael.
Yes. Hello, everyone. I apologize for arriving late, but I bring you greetings from Washington, D.C. Again, my name is Michael Anthony Ingram. I'm a performance poet, spoken word artist. I'm also the host of the podcast, Quintessential Listening, Poetry Online Radio, and YouTube. And I'd like to share a piece titled Grammatically Incorrect, a spoken word symphony. They try to box me in, pin me down with labels, nouns that hang heavy, verbs that dictate my every move. But I am not an object to be possessed, nor a marionette with strings for limbs. I'm not a whisper of is or was, not a future tense that can predict. My being is a hurricane, ever shifting, rewriting its own narrative, unfurling in defiance of their finite definitions. Forget your adjectives, your modifiers that diminish me. My light burns too bright to be dimmed by their pale descriptions. I am not dependent on their approval, their scales of good and bad. I wear my uniqueness as a crown, a tapestry woven with threads of resilience and fire. Conjunctions cannot connect me to their expectations. Prepositions cannot place me before their gaze. I am not an afterthought, a footnote in their grand narrative. My voice will rise, a chorus untamed, unconfined by their roles. Yes, I am grammatically incorrect. A sentence that breaks the mold. My language is the language of rebellion, a symphony of the marginalized and the misunderstood. My voice sings freedom, of carving my own path, of being emphatically me, unapologetically me. Take me as I am, a riot of colors, a whirlwind of emotions. I am the sunrise bursting through cracked pavements, the defiant bloom in the desert sand. I am not an error, but an evolution, a testament to the beauty that lies beyond the confines of your own textbook grammar. Let them parse me, analyze me, label me with their sterile terms. I will laugh in the face of their limitations, for I am free. Not just grammatically, but in my soul, in my mind, in my spirit, in the very being of my essence. There is nothing that can be described about me as being solely a noun, a verb, or a cage. I cannot be either and or budded out of existence. I am the phoenix that rises from the ashes, wings ablaze, forever soaring beneath and beyond the reach of someone else's prescribed world. I fearlessly embrace my own individuality while I make my own mark in history. I am grammatically incorrect. Thank you.
That was
Terrific poem.
amazing.
Thank you very much.
Terrific poem, energetic, full of emotions and feelings. We are honored to have you this evening. Thank you so much for gracing us. Thank you. Thank you once again. Now we have our guest of honor for this evening. Now we would like to call on stage our guest of honor, Mr. Shahreen Khan Tan. Ms. Shahreen Khan Tan is a young writer from Dhaka, Bangladesh. She is currently pursuing her bachelor's degree from North-South University. So far, her short stories and phrase fictions have been published on national as well as international platforms. She is an avid reader who always happened to be a Tagore's enthusiast. Owing to the nature of her father's job, she grew up living in a district of all across the Bangladesh. And Shahreen likes reading, traveling, and singing, and listening to Rabindra Sangeet songs written by the great poet laureate and the polymath Rabindranath Tagore. She loves art in all forms. So with no further delay, I would like to call on stage Ms. Shahreen Tan Khan to say some few words. Over to you, Shahreen.
Hello, am I audible?
Yeah, audible as
I
well
have
as
a-
visible.
Yeah, I have a bit of a cold, so I'm not sure if my voice is all right. Thank you
Yes,
so
yes.
much. Thank you so much for having me. I
No
was
problem.
really looking forward to it. Yeah. And I liked how you added some extra information on Tagore, a poet laureate, because that's an important one. All right. So I wanted to recite this poem called Remnants of Doubt. It was also accepted by Blue Bristol Literary Magazine. And it's written from the perspective of a refugee child. It's a short one, so I'll start reading it out. Remnants of Doubt. Do you see the colors in the wind? I know you don't. Ironic, because they see you. Does the sound of the sad violin reverberate through every part of your being? Is darkness less fearsome when you guide its way? Sometimes I mistake splinters from hell for shooting stars. Do you as well? You say I'm just a number. Does a number like the warmth of the afternoon sun? Does a number wish for the cold side of the pillow every night? So that was it.
Yeah. Thank you. Done? Hello?
Yeah, it's done.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for sharing your short story. Though it was a little bit, but it was good. And I can see that another participant has joined. Who has joined now? Dr. Ria. So I will call on stage Dr. Ria. Hello. Hi, Ria. I think she cannot listen us. Hello, Ria. Are you there? I'm just calling your name once again. Dr. Ria Nahar. Are you there? Okay, so we are at the concluding phase of our open mic. And today we have crossed 7 open mics. We started this open mic poetry back in June 2K24. And we have been hosting this event since then on the every last Sunday of a month. So we will be meeting once again on January open mic. That will be our first open mic of 2025. And Blue Crystal Literary Magazine is welcoming everyone by opening its both hands to submit your work, to participate in open mics, and to convert your dreams into reality. We are here. Thank you. Goodbye. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Thank you.
Sorry, I just wanted to ask, does anybody host any writing sessions where we can learn different techniques and styles of writing?
Yes. We have thought about that we will host some workshops on poetry writing, on creative writing, on content writing, on short story writing, where our editors will come on, editor will join and show us the various ways of writings. So we will host in some days, maybe in January, next January. But open mic will be a separate event. Open mic will be hosting forever. It will be forever. It is an everlasting process. Every last Sunday of a month, we will be coming together and we will be sharing our poems and short stories, our creativity. Thank you very much. Any other questions, queries, anything
Yes.
else?
Can we see this recording anywhere else?
Yes. We will share, Blue Crystal Literary Magazine will share you a certificate of participation that we call certificate of appreciation. And it will be a sealed and stamped certificate. It will be sent on your mail along with the recording.
Okay, thank you.
Certificate of participation, certificate of appreciation, what we call, and the next events link. It will be shared to you by tomorrow or the day next tomorrow. Thank you. Any other questions? No question. So goodbye. Good night. Thank you.